That is, all praises to the Most High, who the world ignorantly calls God, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, in the Paleo-Hebrew. I want to give double honors and blessings to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. I wanted to get into these precepts and prove in the scriptures through the Spirit that the weapons of mass destruction, that the world is in great fear of being used, that these weapons belong to the Heavenly Father, okay? And we find many times in the scriptures where there's a possessive belonging to Him in reference to these weapons, okay? And that He sanctioned their creation, their development, and eventually their deployment. And what is read, the arrows that will be shot from one end of the earth to another, and is the method in which the second death is going to be brought about, all right? And just as in the flood, in which many people are going to die, all right? The plague in which many people are going to die, okay? Are going to suffer terrible deaths, all right? And what the nations of the world deem as mutually assured destruction whenever these things are going to be shot and deployed, okay? Released from their silos, okay? And despite the world's attempts to thwart and slow down the advancement of these weapons, okay, they've been making groundbreaking strides, okay, in these things being advanced, all right, in their speed, in their maneuverability, which is really the main thing that separates ballistic from hypersonic, okay, in their speed, their maneuverability, the megatons, which is the destructive capacity, all right, and the quality of the uranium, because the higher the uranium is enriched, the more destructive it is, okay? So despite the world's attempts through these different treaties, not like P5 and NPT, which are different non-proliferation treaties, nuclear non-proliferation treaties, which is basically fucking promises from different countries that they're not going to develop and advance the technologies on these weapons. And it's only a promise any fucking way. Where's the guarantees? What kind of guarantee is that? All right? Especially from America. And you're going to see this, how the Most High, we're going to get some verbiage on how the Most High mustered to the battle. Okay? And this is the Most High's movie in which it was in His plans for this world to go out, the fervent heat for which this world is going to go out by. This world being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's power structure, his regime. And a lot of people are going to have to die because they fucking fully subscribe to the beast system, all right, and to this man, especially when they give themselves over to him with the implantable device, okay? We're going to get some verbiage here in the history of these HGVs, as they call them, which is the new edition of the weapons of the Most High's indignation, okay? The method in which the fire the second death the world is reserved into. It says, okay, fervent heat. All right, the Most High said he wouldn't destroy the earth with water, but we know it's going to be with fire, which a lot of people are going to fucking die by. See? But it says right here, going into the history of these things, all right, according to Vladimir Putin, the U.S. withdrawal from the ABM, which is the Anti-Ballistic Missile Proliferation Treaty, all right, in 2002, forced Russia to start developing hypersonic weapons. Said we had to create these hypersonic weapons in response to the U.S. deployment of a strategic missile defense system, which in the future would be capable of virtually neutralizing, zeroing out all our nuclear potential. In 2007, when asked about U.S. plans to deploy ballistic defenses in Europe, Putin mentioned that Russia was developing strategic weapons systems of a completely different type that will fly at hypersonic speed and will be able to change trajectory both in terms of altitude and direction. So basically evade the missile defense system, which is essentially just a weapon that shoots a projectile at the oncoming missile, okay, the oncoming ballistic missile, which has a mapped trajectory. You have to plug in the coordinates, and then on a ballistic missile, and then it carries out the path, the route, okay. But in response to those missile defense systems that shoot a projectile that pretty essentially shoot down the missile before, it gets close, significantly far away. It explodes that shit. In response to that, he had, and this is the Most High mustering to the battle. This is the Most High's plans, okay? When you look and see how in the course of events, how these things got to be advanced, all right? The Most High, the man of war, all right? That he's now they're over there creating things basically to evade and fucking to juke out their missile defense systems. Okay. It says I'm gonna go down a couple paragraphs, Salakia. It says because that's what it's all about now. All right, it's all about the new. It's gone into a new nuclear arms race of not ballistic missiles but hypersonic. All right, and America is failing in that race fucking significantly. All right, you have Russia and China with a widely successful hypersonic missile programs, all right, with test flights that of their missiles flying around Earth, okay. Oh yeah, Slovakia, and that's the other thing that has been increased on these, not just the speed, destructive capacity, and maneuverability, but the range, okay, how far it can fucking travel. You had China that shot one that went around the Earth and came back, all right? So, and then you had reports of Iran, even despite, because who's to say what these nations are doing behind closed doors? It's like, when they say that this such and such nation has this many of this. You don't fucking know that. Through the Spirit, the Most High, they could have plenty more. All right, and the ones that they say are non-nuclear could indeed be, like we believe Iran to be. All right, but they had recent reports of the successes in their hypersonic nuclear programs. All right, so these things that are highly maneuverable in flight. Okay, and it's going into all these successful missions and tests. Okay, it says because this thing has already been put into combat, I believe was what they call it, into combat duty. Yep, officially entered combat duty, December 27th, 2019. Okay, it says this: the latest flight test occurred on 26th. Slack. Alright, starting here. Occurred on 26th of December 2018. Vanguard carried, alright, said launched from Dombarovsky Air Base. Dombarovsky Air Base successfully hit a target at the Kura missile test range. The Deputy Prime Minister of Russia, Yuri Borisov, stated a day later that the glider flew at 27 times the speed of sound, invulnerable to interception. Okay? And we're going to get into the scriptures. That is prophecy, okay? That they wouldn't be able to intercept these things because the Most High Spirit is in them. They belong to Him. As aforementioned, we're going to find in these precepts that there's a lot of possessives. We're going to go into the precepts that specifically have possessives in reference to these weapons and the Most High, meaning their mind, they're His, okay? What He says, as it's read, okay? It says, here it is in the design. HGVs differ from traditional ballistic missiles by their ability to maneuver and operate at lower altitudes. The combination of maneuverability and high speed possesses significant challenges for conventional missile defense. With the advantage again swinging toward attack, the defense industry is concerned that weapons of this type will reignite the kind of arms race that dominated the Cold War era. Okay, their fears have been come to full fruition. That once again, despite their attempts to thwart and slow this down, it's been making groundbreaking strides. Okay, and it's a coincidence that the Vanguard, another name for that, is groundbreaking. All right, which means to pretty much when something is invented or something that's new onto the scene, that's fucking taking the industry or a certain sector by storm. That's exactly what this is. It's not by coincidence, all right? Because the Most High's mustering to the battle. He's the one that created the smith. He said, I created the smith. Another possessive. He did that, all right? That blew the coals in the fire, that created an instrument for his work, and ultimately creating the waster to destroy these weapons, being weapons that utterly waste and destroy, weapons of mass destruction, okay? which the masses are going to be destroyed by. A great term he gave it, Wmd'S. All right. Just like in the time of the of Noah and the flood. All right. And we can see this is extremely evident how the Most High influences the minds of the kings, right? As it says, the heart of the king is in the hand of the Most High. As the rivers of water, he turneth it wherever was there soever he willeth. But okay, whatever the Most High willeth, and this is his plans for how it's going to go. This is the Most High's movie. Okay. It says, so look at despite his fears, this new arms race is going more intense than ever. All right. It says, according to open source analysis by James Vanguard, is a pure glide vehicle without an independent propulsion system. When approaching a target, the glider is capable of sharp, high-speed, horizontal, and vertical evasive maneuvers in flight, which Russian officials claim makes it invulnerable to any missile defense system. Okay. So we indeed see that the Most High is turning the tides of battle, all right, and making it to where these things are going to do exactly what they intend to do, to waste and destroy, okay, and they're his. This is the Most High's movie. This is what it was in the blueprints for how he was going to fucking that plague, like it says, for how he's going to bring upon that second death. Okay? Isaiah 34:5, it says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment," which is the Edomites, is primarily who is going to be taken out of power. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and in this, immediately following this, is going to be the establishment of the Most High's eternal kingdom with the setup of Yahushai. Okay, him, of course, assuming power through this destruction, coupled with his invasion. Okay, coupled with his the blitzkrieg that he's coming with. Okay, so this, of course, Esau, Edom, earth given into the hand of the wicked. This global regime, Esau's world, all right, is what's going to be fucking taken down. What's going to be likened to these weapons coming down upon. Okay. But look, how many of these people are joined into him? So they're likened into him, unto fucking Edomites, straight up, because they're going to take this man's, a lot of the people who are going to fucking die, all right, are going to have taken this man's mark, all right, which we know is going to come with destruction by the Heavenly Father. So they're going to be fucking coupled with that. They're gonna get his destruction with him. Okay, being his full-on subjects, his willful subjects now. At that point. Okay. So this is the engine. This is the method in which the Most High is bringing that fire, man. Is these weapons. Okay. And how can a sword be bathed in heaven? This is talking about these missiles that fly at those high altitudes. Okay. Some of them even leaving the Earth's atmosphere, the lower atmosphere. Okay. This is in Isaiah 13:5. It says, "They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land." Okay? So these weapons are belonging to the Heavenly Father. That word his, of course, having the possessive. All right? They're his weapons. They're the weapons of his indignation. All right? This is in Joel 2. Okay. Slovakia. Joel 2:7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Okay? So these things, every last one of these payloads are going to be successful. Successful deployment, which is when those things are launched, and successful detonation of targets. Okay. A successful landing. Okay. And none will break their ranks, not one of those payloads. Because the fucking, the thing that's actually driving it is just, on the ballistic missiles, it was called the propulsion systems. But I believe it just said that these are independent of that. Let me get that. Slovakia. But of course we know that the part that's driving it, even it being hypersonic, the glide vehicles, right? We know that it's separate from the actual warhead, what's going to be released and detonated. Okay? Because we know there's not fucking, imagine looking at one of these things, and I'll pull up a little picture of it and show you. But here, let's go into what we were just saying. Okay. Of what it said about how there's no propulsion, it's all in one. Slovakia, that's it, yeah. Let's see. Slovakia. All right, it says, open source, according to open source analysis by Janes, a Vanguard is a pure glide vehicle without an independent propulsion system. Okay, so basically it's just saying that it's all in one. The warhead is connected to the actual shaft, the body of the missile, which is what's driving it, right? And then it detonates as one, apparently. Let's see. Images. Okay. Con. So it did say it has a payload, which we know is fucking what is being carried. All right. Just fucking fucking nothing but destruction in there. All right, fucking uranium and whatever other devices that split that atom that caused that nuclear fission, that chain reaction, man. Okay. Nothing but the Most High's anger inside that thing. Okay. So going back in Joel 2, okay, them not breaking their rank, right? It says in the 8th verse, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Wow. That's fucking an exact interpretation too, and it's apparent. Okay, it's plain. It's an exact interpretation to them not being able to be destroyed. Okay, them not being able to be taken off of their path. All right, they won't be wounded, man. All right, none shall break their rank. They're all going to hit their target. Okay? Because that's exactly what it's likening to one being wounded. If a missile defense system is able to take one out, all right, or there's a projectile you can fucking shoot one down, it's not going to happen, it's telling us. It says they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Okay. It says, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. It says, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall utter his voice. And here's the point, finishing off. Before his army, there goes the possessive. All right. These belonging to him, man. This came from his mind. Only something like this could come from his mind, especially how they're getting now. All right. Out of this world with it. It says, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? Okay. And we know only the elect are going to be able to be granted salvation from that time. All right? Because the ones that are going to be caught, the only ones that are going to be saved of the heathen are going to be are going to be slated for slavery. Okay? It's not going to be likened into a salvation. Really a condemnation, if you will. The first fruits of the crop of slavery. Okay? We know only them that are hidden by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai are going to abide this time. Okay? And going to abide this second death that is going to, like the brother said, douse this fucking place, man. And the Most High douses this place with fervent heat of fire not blown. Okay? Ionizing radiation. We're going to have to be hidden, like it's read in the secret place of the Most High, in the strong tower, to be in his pavilion, okay, to be hidden from destruction. You see, only the elect. Okay, we know how nigh this time is with the latest fucking tensions and heightening basically the heightening tensions with these proxy wars. Okay, it's really they've already coined the beginning of World War III. Okay, which we know we're on the doorstep of this day, man. And the Most High is going to unleash destruction on every side, and it's going to proceed with tribulation on every side. Okay, death and destruction, even before these things come, the Great Plague. Okay. So with that, all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makah Kadash. Okay, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, the regimen, so to speak, of the men of Great Millstone, the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that hopeful elect, to stay on the regimen. Okay, is to stay on the path. Give diligence to make our calling and election sure. Okay, because this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the start of it's the prerequisite to potentially being a part of that body. Okay, and to being hidden from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, from this destruction, man. All right. So with that, once again, all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makah Kadash.